Hello everyone! Welcome back to another edition of Indie Book Review. I'm Quinn Buckland, and today I am going over The Consequence of Loyalty by Trey Stone. So, Consequence of Loyalty follows Agents Greer and Norman as they try and investigate why their partner, Agent Martin, shot their boss. Not to kill, he shot him in the leg, which, he did a really good job of not hitting anything vital and not pulverizing too much in the way of meat or anything like that. So, but he still shot his boss. So they're trying to figure out why this happened. And let's get into this. So I've already gone over the basis of the plot. I'm not going to go into anything more because it'll be getting into spoiler territory, and that's just not something that I really want to do. So basically, I'm just going to get into the characters. First off, Greer, who is more or less the main character of the book, is kind of annoying, if I'm being perfectly honest. He's a serviceable character, and definitely a good main character for what this book is, but in a lot of ways, he's just kind of really annoying, and he cracks a lot of jokes, and, well, he's definitely a very rounded out character. He definitely has his abilities, and he's capable of getting into places that he really shouldn't be able to. I can see why the higher ups would not like this guy. Then there's his partner, Agent Norman, and I like her. She's actually a very competent FBI agent. She definitely played more of the straight man to Greer's wackiness. Don't get me wrong, both of these characters are very good at what they do. They are very, very talented FBI agents. Greer just tended to get on my nerves a little bit more. And then there's Martin. Agent Martin. He's an ex-soldier, so a lot of the book he's staying quiet. He's not saying anything. He's not really into the whole interrogation thing, because let's face it, he's ex-military. He knows how to not be interrogated or how to not give any sort of information away. And while it definitely works against him in the book, it definitely works well for the story. And it definitely gives him a little bit more realism, a little bit more gravitas, and a little bit more mystery as to why the hell did he do what he did. And the last character I want to talk about is the man running the case. And I don't remember his name. And that's not anything against the book. This is me not just being bad with names. To be perfectly honest, I kind of liked his character. He was very fitting for what he was doing. All in all, he was doing a job. He wasn't doing... I honestly don't think he was doing anything wrong. He did something very counterproductive to what they wanted to do, but he didn't know that it was counterproductive at the time. But then again, I guess in a way he could have done a little bit more of a background check as to who this guy was, and who Grant was, and why he reacts the way that he reacts. But that's kind of a whatever point, too. A lot of what I think that he did right was not allowing Greer and Norman anywhere near the case. They basically had to go to somebody that was almost above this guy's head in order to even try to be involved. And when they didn't go over his head, they just ignored everything that he told them, and basically, just went against protocol. This guy, I can understand why he wouldn't want Greer and Norman as a part of the case. Because, he was their partner. It's almost like it's a conflict of interest or something. So, I definitely got where the person writing the case was coming from. And now I want to get into the ending. It was a very, very solid ending. It kind of wrapped everything up. It definitely gave us a little bit for a sequel, which I'm pretty sure the sequel's out now. I'm probably not going to get into the sequel. At the very least, if I do, I'm not going to do a video review of it, because, well, I'm ending my video reviews after just a few more. But I'll probably end up reading it eventually. I read this one. I liked this one. cop procedurals are typically not my style of genre, and this one definitely kept me interested all the way through. So I mean, that is definitely something that is a feat in and of itself. And the fact that I actually really did like the ending is another feat in and of itself when it comes to me and procedural stuff. So, all in all, and I mean, I'm not going to spoil any sort of, like, anything with the ending, because, frankly, people do need to read this book for themselves to get why everything went on the way that it went on, and how they get Grant to talk, and just all this craziness just kind of culminates right at the end, and it's fantastic. All in all, I think I am going to give The Consequence of Loyalty a solid 8.5 out of 10. Greer cracking jokes and just actively going against basically everything the person running the case wanted really just didn't sit with me. That's kind of why I like Norman like much more, just because she was so much more of the straight man to him. And don't get me wrong, I like zany, I like wacky, but I think there's a time and a place, and there's a story here and there for it. And I think if it was just reined in just a little bit more, it probably would have been a little bit more tolerable. And just a few other things here and there that, all in all, like 8.5 out of 10. That's what I'm giving this one. So yeah, read this book. It's actually really enjoyable. I definitely found I liked it. I thought it was really good. And I do eventually plan to get into the sequel, but I just won't be doing a video review of it. And yeah, have a good one, folks.